Hi guys, it's December 11th, 2017, and I just want to give you some quick updates. So, first one, everybody's been wanting this. GetTrialLeads.com/admin. When you go to log in there, you don't need this part, right? You just go to admin and that's it. And when you're going to log in there, let me log out real quick because I want to make the point. There is a forgot password button now. And so if you click it, okay, you can decide how you want that to be. What code are you looking for? The cold caller code, or the AdWords funder code, or the LPE owner code. And so just put in the email address. It's probably going to be the same no matter what, but then just send instructions and it'll get you your pass. You can log back in. Okay, so that's one thing out of the way. Big deal. Let me give you another one. Whether you are an LPE owner or a cold caller or an AdWords funder, you should not just do you have the right, but you should also be totally interested in listening to the recorded calls you're getting because you're curious about your investment. Here's what we realized. As we get going and we get like lots of calls and lots of accounts, we're trying to go through these and figure out which are good and not. Yeah, which we like more than what. And we have actually a lot of accounts in the system, right? There are accounts for all these different guys and lots of 5 pages here of accounts, right? Then there are a lot of accounts that we have to go through and listen to. And the more campaigns we get going, the more we're going to be hearing. Okay, so check this out. Okay, what I want to say is you have the ability now to rate whatever you're connected to. So listen to your phone numbers. All right, all of you guys have access to your phone numbers, and you can go and listen to the call log, right? Call log. All right, and you can listen to the audios it gives you, and you can decide if these calls are any good or not. So as they're coming in after the first few, you can start to rate. Okay, and you can start to rate anyway, just one call, but it doesn't make sense to rate one call. You're trying to rate a few, right? But anyway, that's how you do it. Click on the phone icon for that phone number. This is the phone number, okay? This is the job number, the industry, and the phone number. So you should be able to locate what's yours and which one you want to rate. And tell us, is it a bad, are you hearing typically bad calls, like totally bad and none are good? Are you hearing them? They're bad, but there's some promise there. They might get better. Are they average calls? Kind of, who knows? Are they pretty good, like more good leads than not? Or are they like totally 2, 3, 4 great leads in a row? Please, let's lock this guy into a weekly. He's got to be happy, right? So we want to know your feedback. If the leads are bad, right, we need to be able to navigate straight to them. Oh, check out this account over here, then start listening to the top or the latest calls and see what we think. Now, here's another point. When you update this, okay, then you're going to be able to see that on your information. I forget where I had that information, but it's there. It's okay when you're logged in. Here's the point. You can always come back and change it. So if a day or two later, the calls are much better. Maybe they were bad in the beginning, now they're good. Go in and change it so that we know, right? Because we also track when you submitted the last report. So we're going to go look, make some changes, decide if we want to keep the guy or if we shouldn't keep the guy. Or if, in the case of good news, it's time to send the guy a weekly, get him on a weekly contract, get our cold caller manager to contact him and see if we can get them on a weekly contract right on the spot, because we can send them the call reports. We can actually send these guys with reporting their recordings to listen to. They'll realize, oh, we're the ones who send them the leads, right? Anyway, that's very cool. So you can help us rate the calls. And when you do, here's what it looks like for us. Just sample numbers real fast, right? So I just went to 7 jobs real quick, or 7 jobs, I'm sorry, 4 jobs, and just started to put in ratings as different guys, right? So this is saying the cold caller rating and the AdWords funder rating and the LPE rating, okay? So you'll be able to actually see your phone numbers and rate them just as soon as jobs are attached to you, right? And it's going to say the last updated date in each of these cases. You might be wondering, why aren't I seeing dates for these other ones? We just got this feature finished and then submitted a job. It's like, okay, now it's done. And these are dummy numbers. We're going to take all this out. And then we've got notes, right? Testing call notes, it says. We're getting too many current customers who click the ad and call the company back. They click the ad to call the company back. We can't charge for those, so we may have to drop this client. That's an example. So if this was ones and twos, right, and the last updated rating was one of those three, okay, it was one of those, and it was on this date, and that's like today, then we can go in and listen ourselves and see if we agree with what's going on, and make some notes so that we can track what to do. Like, we're two more bad calls, we'll get rid of this guy, or the guy's voicemail fills up, or who knows what for bad calls. For good calls, time to get this guy moved, time to lock him into a weekly. Okay, that's the income streams, right? That's what we all want on all the campaigns. Okay, there you go. I believe that's all the news right now. Actually, no, it's not. There's one more thing. Okay, what else do we do? All right. So you can go in and change these ratings anytime, just so we know what you're seeing, okay? It's in a section that you'll have access to called Rate the Calls. And if I'm still logged in that way, you could rate those calls, okay? Oh, these are new leads. Totally awesome. I didn't even know that these were here. That's just cool. All right, so check this. I'll go in and start setting them up. It's nice to see auto towing leads, right? All right, especially for you guys who robocall pay from, I'm going to go and check these out, see who they're attached to. All right, having said that, what do I want to say now? Oh yeah, one more thing we did. We built an email notification system. It's an alerts system. It alerts you of anytime there's a change to a campaign status. So when a new lead comes in and it's called new, who would be notified of that? The cold caller, because he'd get emails saying, hey, new lead added to the system. Okay. And then when that lead gets assigned to a website, okay, then that puts the next guy into the group as well. So now it's the status is we get a particular page assigned, then there will be an email notification to both the cold caller and the website owner, that the owner of that property, that, hey, there's a change. And then when we update the phone number, there's a change. And then when we get the Google approval, there's the change. And the thing goes live for somebody can claim it, that all that stuff gets notified to all the guys who are involved, right? When someone claims it, then the email alerts go out to everyone, including the guy who claimed it. And then when we can take that account that got claimed and we can flip it on inside AdWords and start the budget for it, then you see the campaign switch to running. By the way, we've been working our way up the ladder, watching the calls. There are a number of good calls. There are a number of calls that we didn't like so much. We could see some issues with some of the cheaper set too. We're going to keep our eyes on that. One of them is there are some guys out there, just for whatever reason, their customers keep calling them back and saying, hey, you didn't do a good enough job the first time. Maybe they did. They're talking about like 2 months ago. But they go back to Google and hit the link on the AdWord to find the guy's phone number again. If that just means get rid of the guy, that's an example of somebody we can't do anything with, right? Like I was saying before, not all these campaigns will turn to gold, but many will. And that information will be forthcoming. There is one more thing I want to put into the system. Anyone who owns shares that are not occupied should be able to switch them, like for a different industry if you want. Boy, I jumped just then. Somebody's at the door. Think they're having fun with me. All right, so alerts, you can flip them on or off and edit your information. Other than that, you'll get them. And also when other people rate the calls that you're attached to, you also get notification of that. And you can log in and also rate the calls so that we have a good average. Okay, there you go. Thank you very much. More to come. I think I'm going to help them carry in the groceries. Take care.